going, everybody? It is the Hoff here, and today I'm bringing another unboxing to you of the Razer Mamba, which is a wireless mouse that can be wired or wireless depending on your personal preference at the time, or if your battery runs out, you just connect the wire in and it charges up and allows you to keep on gaming. So without further ado, let's start by looking at the box and then get on into the unboxing. So here you have the box. Now this of course does not say chroma as some of the others, but it is chroma enabled as you see on the box. They just don't have chroma in the name. And with this one, it is, as you see here, 16,000 DPI, which is the speed. So this right now is said to be the fastest mouse on the market. This uses a laser sensor instead of optical sensor. It has adjustable click, so I'll show you that on the bottom where you can adjust the click for the right and the left click. And then it does the wired and wireless technology as I told you before. So on the side of the box here we have where it says that it has the 16,000 DPI sensor, and it's the most precise sensor because it says that it's precise in using laser instead of optical, and it has unsurpassable accuracy. So I'm not gonna go ahead and read all this. You can see here if it's too fast movement, then pause it and read along. It has adjustable force technology, so on the bottom I'll show you where you can adjust on the click, and I'll leave it here for a second so you can read that. And then it does the wired and wireless technology, and I'll leave it here for you to read that. But basically this just means that you have great wireless gaming, and then if the battery should happen to die, you can go ahead and plug it in to the mouse itself and you are still good to go. So on the back here you have the adjustable force technology, which it says is 1, and that's for the 1 and the 2, or the 1 right here, and then also on your right click, so left click and right click, you have the tilt scroll wheel, which allows you to go side to side as well as pressing down. 3 is the lighting, so you can adjust the lighting on the scroll wheel, you can adjust the lighting on the side of the mouse, and then the base where it charges, you can adjust the lighting on that as well, which I will get into that. And then 4, it has a design which I personally like for your right-handed grip. So this is a right-handed mouse. And then 5 is the charging station. So here are the specs in English. It has the 16,000 DPI 5 gig laser sensor. It does wired, wireless as said before, and the response time 1 millisecond. It allows sensitivity adjusting on the fly, which I will show those buttons later. And then it has approximately 20 hours of gaming life, which it's not exactly 20 hours, but it's close when I've had this in the past. And right here is just more of the same, I guess, to have it where all of it is being shown off, and on the bottom it says pretty much the same thing, where it's the design, the laser sensor, and then in order to use this mouse and have all the adjustments for the lighting and everything that you want to control for the mouse itself, and not just have a basic mouse connected, you will need to download the Razer Synapse. And then on the bottom is just all the information of the approximate size weight, so in case you were curious about that. And then it does work with a PC or Mac, and the hard disk space is not much. It takes up only 100 megabits, so that is not much at all. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So first thing you will see here is a statement from Razer, and it's showing off the chroma ability, and I will go ahead and leave it here for a little bit, and you can pause the video if you'd like to read the whole thing. And then you move this down to the side right here to easily be able to push this out. And then you have what is a metal tin right there that holds everything. So once you take the top off, as you see here, it has protective layer of foam, and you get a letter from Min, the CEO of Razer, and it's just congratulating you on your purchase and being in what they call the cult of Razer and their community. And then it tells you where to go to like them and follow them on their social media accounts. And then at the bottom it is in Spanish, and then you get Min and letting you know what he is in charge of Razer as being the co-founder, CEO, and creative director, and then his signature down below. So one good thing, if you are looking to buy this, January is coming up, and that is significant as you read on this, because in January is Consumer Electronics Show. And basically at Consumer Electronics Show, Razer has been known for going in there and showing off some amazing prototypes that may or may not make it to market, like last year where they had a laptop that had 2 fold-out screens to become 3 screens, and then they had a projector that would project over your screen and around your screen to immerse you in the game, where it showed the same aspects of the game but around there onto the walls. And because of those products, they were able to win an award at CES. Now, why is that significant to you? Because when Razer wins, you win. At CES, Razer basically goes in there with the mindset that they want to show off something cool that they use and enjoy themselves as a prototype, and they will end up getting an award and to give back to the community for allowing them to spend their time and the money they earn from you all buying their products. They go ahead and offer a CES discount, and the CES discount is a 50% off code. So what that means is if you were looking to buy their Black Widow keyboard that is around $160 if I'm not mistaken, or any variant of the sort like I did last year, you were able to get it for $80 US, and because it was over the $50 mark, it was also free shipping. So a mechanical keyboard for 80 US. This mouse right here, one point was 150 if I'm not mistaken, and so half that, 75, and it's over the $50 mark. So again, you will be getting it for half off. So keep a lookout for January CES. So over top we have protective plastic, and then here you have all your information packet, and more than likely it is also coming with stickers, as Razer tends to do. So the first part is a quick start guide. Basically, the quick start guide tells you everything which I already know, which is plugging it into what they show off to being a laptop or a desktop, and then you have it plugging into the docking station, and the mouse that's on the docking station charges, and you download their Synapse software because nowadays giving you a disc might be pointless when most laptops don't even have a CD reader, and a lot of desktop builds do not either. Plus, by the time they send it to you, there's been how many updates, so why not have you go directly download it from the source with the latest update. And then here you have the booklet, and the booklet just basically tells you something very similar, that you can go ahead and get the Synapse software. And then inside we also have the Razer stickers, which they are holographic to produce that chroma effect per the lighting as you see there, and you get 2 of those. And then inside you will see all the information, which if you're interested you will see when you buy it, but for the most part it's just going over everything that I will be talking about. So first I will take out the docking station. And as you see here, the docking station has lights on the bottom, so it does a bottom glow. It has the model number, serial number, and then there are the 2 pins at the top for the charging, and then on the back is where you stick the USB cable itself. Then we have the long braided cable. That is pretty nice long braided cable. And then we have the mouse itself. So as you see here is where you end up allowing, and it tells you if you want it to click further down where you don't have to press as much, then you can tilt it towards the left. If you want to be able to have more of a click, you go to the right, and it allows you to adjust each side. You have the on and off switch for when you're in wireless mode. There are the pin contacts. And then on the side you have 2 programmable on the left side for your thumb. On the top you have your left, your right. You have your DPI on the fly setting, so if you're in game and it allows it, you can adjust on the fly the DPI settings to go up or down to have the mouse move faster. You can go left or right tilting as well as down, and then you have a nice feel of the mouse where it has these kind of like treads on the top, and then it's not a free spin mouse, so it goes by clicks. It's click, click. You won't be able to hear it, but you'll definitely be able to feel when it's moving up or down. So that's always nice. And then the coolest feature of being able to plug in when your mouse is dying, you plug it into the USB slot there, and you will be able to still game on when your mouse is dead. So the last thing we have here is this, which this should be the tool that allows you to change the DPI settings on the fly. So here you have it. And what you will do is you will flip the mouse over, and then you will put it in its slot, and you will turn left or right depending on how you want to change the DPI settings. And then this may fit in certain things, but this is definitely long enough that when you use 2 hands, you should easily be able to go ahead and adjust the settings. So I will stick that in here so I don't lose it, and I will put all the documentation back here so I won't lose it, and we will get into what this looks like when it is connected and on. Okay, so as you see right here, we have the mouse, and I set mine to be the same color as the rest of my Razer products here because right now, until I change out the case is got green, which I can't change. I can only turn it off and on. So I left the rest of mine to be a green color with some variations, like my keyboard going purple whenever I hit the keys. And I might do the same thing with the mouse. But so this is what it looks like. You have the ability to go ahead and use this freely with no wires, and then you can go ahead and put it on the stand. And I set mine to be white so I know it is charging. So when I put it on the stand, and this is your battery indicator here of charging. So what this will do is if you are dead, it will be down here and it will be raising up as it charges. But because mine is at 94%, only the top portion is now doing its thing, as you see. So that is the only difference. All these colors can be changed, so I set mine to white so it's easily noticeable compared to all the green. Just like my chroma mug, I have set to green, but then when I lift it up, it is white. And if I turn on the indicator for telling me I haven't drank in a while, it is also white. That flashes. And as with anything, you have different profiles you can select. You can go ahead and do reprogramming. So up here, I brought the Razer software up, and I'm just going to show it this way to make it a little faster. But you have the ability to remap all of these buttons, including the scroll button, and then also the two buttons on the side, which you click side view and it will do that. Then you go in and click to import, copy your settings. So if somebody else has it, you can copy the settings that you want. And then if you want to, you change and click the profile to create a profile name. So if you have different ones for different games, and then you can add in a new profile. If you want, you can change the performance, and what this is changing the DPI of it. So I can change on the fly right here if I didn't have this up, or when you have it up, you can just throw it to 1600 DPI, and then you have the polling rate and the acceleration. Then you get into the cool thing with this, which is the lighting. So right now, the lighting is set to wave, but for me, I go to profile 1, or the regular profile, and I keep it with my green. And I will up the DPI settings. And then you have calibration. So what the calibration does is, first, you have to be in wired mode. And wired mode is where you have it connected to the mouse directly and not to the docking station, and it will calibrate the laser sensor. It's too easy. It just has you move it for a few seconds. Generally, you want your liftoff range to be at 1, and you are good to go. Here you have the power indicator and the power options, where you can tell it how many minutes before it enters idle mode if you're not using the mouse to save your power, and then when do you want it to start flashing to let you know that you are dying, so you have a chance to plug it in before you die. And then you can change the color of your power indicator, which I have mine as white. So there you have it, folks. That is everything dealing with the awesome Razer Mamba mouse. If you like this, then don't forget to hit that good old thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, please let me know what you want to see down below. And hopefully soon enough, I will, after the holidays, be able to bring a video of a new case and redo all of this loop with a new case, and also do that primo chill view that everyone has been loving so much. So Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.